Alright, I don't know what happened. I must have hit a button well, in the midst of doing this. Anyways, alright, so for the articulation, I'm not sure where to cut. For the mouth, it can open. Rotate around. Hopefully people pop back in. Arms are on a hinge. Oh, you got a little bit of wiggle. Oh. Pretty spiffy. Legs, forward and back. Feet. Get a little bit of rotation there. Feet forward and back. Hey, lost a pound. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I must accidentally hit the... I think what happened is my mouse was over the M button stream and something must have clicked and shut it right off. So, it appears it's not the most insane posability, but I think it's good enough. I maybe would like to currently something a little bit more at the chest, like the stomach region would kind of go, hey, Johnny Zilla. Outside of that, it's not too bad. Oh, for certain. This thing, like, I grabbed the Hiya Godzilla, and it's bigger than the Hiya. Like, he kind of dwarfs that. Which means grabbing Scizor, which is kind of the reason I wanted to get these, is so that they could battle. But he kind of dwarfs this guy. You can get it to work. But it's definitely much larger. Actually, I got a... Oh, there we go. Catching Monster Arts figures by the tail. Whoop. And that piece decides that it doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. Also, I don't know why. I was doing photos yesterday for this with this Monster X, and all of a sudden this Godzilla's hand just doesn't want to stay on it. Anyways, if you want to see how big it is next to a Monster Arts, I think Tyrannosaurus Dino Zord is gonna fudge him up. So it is a little bit bigger. Does that mean I gotta get the bad guys to go along with these? Super 7 bad guys? Because I know they made, oh, what, Goldar's out right now? Maybe see how, probably should just go see a video and see how this actually scales. Because to be honest, it should be a little shorter than most of the other Zords. And I'm going to assume it's probably not. Like, the Dragon Zord is probably going to be about the same size as this guy if I had to venture a guess. Still really sweet, though. I will say, I'm actually still glad I got this. Like, this actually looks really good. Like, the silvering, paint job looks really solid. Is it? Because I know Super 7s in general tend to be, from what I understand, can be a little fragile. He feels pretty sturdy, though. Because I know some of the turtles can be a little hit and miss. Like, I don't really feel like I'm going to snap anything. And nothing's, like, overtly tough, which is good. Yeah, it could probably... The Godzilla... Because I know the Godzillas are going to be bigger. Like, the Godzilla should... Like, if you want to know how big the Godzilla is going to be next to another one, like, it's going to dwarf these guys. Same with the Monster Arts. It's just going to be interesting trying to do photos with this guy with other monsters. Yeah, because even swapping out the joints doesn't seem bad. Oh, that arm's a little stiff because I kind of want to... There we go. The only thing that's a little scary is these pegs are kind of thin. So you want to make sure you're not applying pressure at a weird angle. You want to go straight as you can into that joint. There we go. I am noticing a little bit though that it does have a little bit of plastic imperfections. Like that arm there, if you can see it. But it's got a scratch in the plastic. Oh, I can see that. It's probably like just the peg that hooks in and maybe like ratchets or something. I can see that being a little bit on the fragile side. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed with this thing, though. Oh, I guess if you have it more like the T-Rex, like we don't have it standing straight up. It'll sort of work. Maybe the vintage ones? One of those hang up? I don't see one right off the get-go. I forget where they are currently at. Because I have some like the vintage, like large ones. Kind of curious how you would stand next to one of those. Okay, I'm gonna save the calm for last, so I'm just gonna start cracking into these guys. What that's kind of cool with these is they come with so many faces. You're so used to like the Dragon Ball ones where it's just like you get a couple of faces, few hands, about it. And it's kind of fun when you see like, because I feel like with Dragon Ball, even Figuarts, there's different like qualities to the figures depending on like who you're buying, like what character you're buying. Some could definitely feel way more high. A little loosey on the feet, but here's Loid out of the package. Super bright on the face. Even the head. Oh, it comes up. That's different. Hey, baby doll. What you doing? Trying to figure out what Dad's doing? Just kind of looking around right now. He's like, Daddy's talking at nobody and I don't understand. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so I gotta double check. Yeah, she was like, what's that red dinosaur? Takes after her mom. Oh yeah, we also pre-ordered that the Target exclusive T-Rex. The one that looks like the original Kenner one. He was kind of thinking about grabbing two. Oh, well, Russell will be excited to know that this one also, the gun does not like to stay in the hand very well. Oh, maybe I did get to stay in there. It's not falling out. Not quite staying the way I'd like it to either. Kind of like you gotta wedge it a bit, and then it'll. Luckily, I try to demonstrate that it's loose, and it won't freaking jiggle. But now, like, all right, sweet, maybe it will hold its thing, and then definitely doesn't want to do that. Let's say, is there a tighter hand? It's looking like a. So that's definitely the gun hand. What are you doing? Numbing in your hands now? Oh, the Super 7? I want to say it was like 55, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was less than 60. And like for the side, like for what you get and how heavy this thing is, it's a pretty good deal, I think. Because heck, Loid was I think 69. Not too bad either. Yeah. Oh, the Target Rex. I think it was in the 50. I think it was 50. was $49.99, which it was on the website last time when we grabbed it. But he comes with stern face, get smiling Loid, you get closed-eyed smiling Loid, then angry yelling Loid. Pretty spiffy. Try to leave him with the spray relatively intact. Check your real quick, then we'll snap into the Kong. Probably the one out of the entire bunch I've wanted, because I really like him. He's a super fun character. Ooh, the dress has some detailing on it. Oh, that's spiffy. It's got the rose pattern on the back of that skirt there. That's pretty cool. Right on the underneath of the shoes. Ooh, I like this a lot. One complaint I got is, I don't know if it sounds bad, but her boobs aren't nearly as there's not enough like definition. Like it's kind of soft. I almost kind of wish it had like a harder edge to it. Which sounds weird, but I guess like even like the right giggity. Like the picture shows, because they highlighted it, like they over sharpened the picture. It has clear black lines for the boobs. While with the figure, it's there. But like it just like at a distance, it almost looks like there's like she has no cleavage. But you can definitely see it. So I'll be honest, I'm almost half tempted. I'm almost half to. You know what? If they were squishy, that'd be awesome. I actually have a couple of figures that are like that. um, I might go through and touch that up, just be personal preference. But the head, like the everything else, looks really good. Like the head's really solid. She's got the ornate hairpiece. It's got gold for the necklace. Even this, it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, because she's got multiple straps. So she's got the strap on the shoulders and the actual strap for the dress. I'm still like really impressed that it actually has the detailing there on the undersection of the skirt. I think it's really cool. And for her, assuming to swap her hair out. Yep. It's kind of like Anya, you can pull it out. Anyways, face figure as the smiling face. And then she also comes with a crap ton of faces because she has 5 total. And the one thing I think is going to be kind of cool, and hopefully it works with each of them, but they're doing more releases of these characters, so you're going to get like casual outfits. So you get screaming in distress Yor. And I kind of like, I hope the faces interchange between all of them. I think it would be really sweet. Because I definitely want her, I'll probably have her with the angry face. And she's got open mouth smiling. And finally, she has the crying face. Like the I'm not a good enough wife kind of appearance. And then her weird little dagger swords. These look like really long gold toothpicks, but they do have some wrapping for the handles. There's even the ring. Then she comes with some extra pair of hands, but I'll do a review, so I won't too much in the detail there. I'm curious. Oh, you can fit them on her. So if you want to make it look like she's like spinning them or something, you got the option there. All right, outside of the cleavage issue, yours probably the best one. I'd venture a guess. Ah, I don't know why. Every time I do a stream, my nose just decides that wants to run. Run is sneezy. Awesome collector. Ooh. It's tempting. I'm trying to cut back on buying figures as much, like especially statues. I'm trying to cut back unless it's this. Oh, because it's like I already have a bunch of 696, so I don't really need another statue. And I don't have the Legion. I probably won't be getting the Legion, much as I would love it. So I don't really need that one as much. Because it's like a lot of this stuff. If I'm missing things, it kind of bugs me a bit. Oh yeah, nothing's gonna compare to that Playmate's booty. I would imagine. That Colin's got some junk in his trunk. Actually, the one I really want to hop on is that Spiral Studios Zilla, but God, I cannot spend that much money. Let's think about doing a video, maybe doing a GoFundMe just for giggles to see if people would actually like donate for the channel to be able to get that Zilla. Zilla needs a Zilla. Straight out of the package, she doesn't look bad. Like I said, the heads look really good. Roaring head's really solid. Just don't smash. I wouldn't plan on it. The only way I would smash it is somebody spent, like, if somebody just paid for us to do it, sure. But in general, it would probably be like, if I did do a GoFundMe, it would probably end up being like actually in the channel art. So like the channel banner, it would probably go in there just like I'm planning on doing with that Conzilla. So maybe have him like confronting the Conzilla. Be like the channel thing. But it would get a lot more. And then also doing streams and stuff, it would hang out. Like I'd have to reorganize stuff because it would definitely have to be shown on the channel if the channel helped pay for it. I guess that answers the keeping question. It would probably hang out here, and I would just move the 98 Godzilla down here. And then have to figure out where the probably the Alien Predator stuff would have to move. Which technically the basement's more horror stuff, so they should probably be out there anyways. To be fair. So that's probably what would end up happening. Oh yeah, no, I'm at the Godzilla, the T-Rex. Oh yeah, the Mobius looks sweet. I have the Ulteract. It looks good. I already see the one problem that people have with it. Who thought that was a good idea? Because Colin has like bodybuilder problem where his arms only go like this. That's it. Like, this is as far down as you can get monkey's arms. Which I guess isn't the end of the world. I would like it to get down more, but it's like general positions. Because I think they probably. Can he actually go on all fours? Answer looks like a no. Don't mind me, I'm trying to figure out where this hinge is. It's right there. Huh. Okay. Well, I was thinking, I was like, okay, maybe the arms not coming down would be fine because, like, you see him usually on all fours, right? So you could just have him doing that. But he also can't really do that either. Rest of the posability seems fine, though. It almost reminds me of that Mezco-Con that came out a while back. Time for a durability test. So far, I think the Monstarts has a beat and posability for certain. Also, I'm not really that into the detailing on the hair. It almost looks a little too thick to me, the way they did the sculpting for the hair. And with the dry brushing on it. Yeah. I think it would have been nice to maybe see like a little bit more like finer sculpting for that, because especially with some of the brown, it kind of blobs in a couple sections. So it seems a little, it almost seems like a Playmates in a way. Oh, he's got a bit of a booty though. I don't know why I had to check the customary crotch shot, but actually got actually got a nub mark in his taint, so that's cool. So extra hands. Oh, oddly, it comes with the hands to do it. Okay, they pop off at least. So he comes with hands to go on all fours. But I'm pretty sure I just established Monkey can't do that. Well, I guess if I do that. Okay, I kind of got it. We want them on all fours looking down. You can do that. So if you have like Godzilla, like this Godzilla, and him kind of on top, you get an option for that. Though to be fair, I hate that pose. Though to be fair, I think like I mentioned, if I was going to propose ability, I would almost always say monsters anyways. I would think the monkey, especially this monkey, because this monkey, like, we're going with, like, with this con dwarfs Titanosaurus. And then he's smarter and also has bladed weapons. Look, he's got the edge to me. Probably should heat up these hands before I try to do this, but yes, the monkey is strong indeed. X looks pretty solid though. I'm digging it. It's got a nice size to it. It looks fine enough. I personally, I think outside of the head, I'm not quite as sold on this one. It's got the right proportions though. It's kind of the same situation as this guy. It has all the right proportions in the look. Granted, he had Godzilla's articulation. I don't really got any complaints really about it. Outside of like the neck gapping. It's just not as good as the Monstars, but it's good enough. Him kind of wish his arms could move a little bit more. Instead of him always like, it'd be nice to have more relaxed poses instead of just Looks like he's like powering up. Oh, yeah. So I was gonna say, yeah. This game with open hands, pair of clenched fists, walking, and then gripping hands. So yeah. Next to the Hiya Godzilla. Scale wise, I think that works pretty well for me. Because he's kind of got the same issue. Some of the detailing is a little softer in some areas. Vaughn's kind of got the same thing going. Not bad. Like for the price point, like they both feel very hefty. So he comes with quite a bit of stuff. So we'll have a full review, but to me, he looks pretty solid. And then you have the Super 7, which I'm pretty sure would just murder this car. I would say between all of them, this is probably the one I'm actually the most impressed with. I actually really like this thing. Outside of the size, it's like it's almost too big, but it's really cool. Like the paint job and everything, it's really sweet. I like the Yorba, it's a Figuarts. I was kind of expecting it to be solid. Loid, for the most part, I was almost contemplating not even picking up Loid. I was like, I think I just live with Anya and Yor, but then it's like I might as well get him and actually like him as a character. It's just I'm not usually like I have to kind of have a reason to pick up like male anime characters, and he's like good enough to grab that. What do you mean by better than the Godzilla? Like as a figure, or for like the movie? I think I would think Colin would beat George because they're both pretty much got the same skill sets. In the movie, well, we you kind of saw him with the axe. Like Godzilla still won, which still seems odd to me. But then again, like Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla was definitely way more beam spammy, which definitely puts Kong at his disadvantage. Also, now that I'm just looking at this, I really like his eye. Is that good? I think yelling Kong, I can't even see the pupils. Like both the other Kong, the eyes are really high up. And I think that's a lot of it's like he's like frowny face. Well, Stoic Khan, you can see like the pupil and everything. That looks actually kind of curious. Oh, I have to heat that up. I was thinking maybe I could get that in. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely gotta say, like, look, like this Khan's got the look for sure. Sure, just pulsability wise, it could be a little bit more impressive. I think sweet. We pre-ordered one, the rubber T-Rex. Just because it was like one of my favorite figures growing up was the original Kenner Rex. It's also my wife's, so I felt kind of obligated to get it. And then it's looks good. I kind of wish it was a Hammond though. Hammond T-Rex would have been sweet. Anyways, oh, I was gonna see, is baby back awake? Baby, you want to be in the stream? Hold on a second. I'll grab baby. Easy. Hold on, let me get my headset out. Grabbing the grabs child. Go. I'll be in the stream. Headset back in. Behemoth. To be honest, if they haven't made it out, since they haven't made it already, I'm hard pressed to believe that we're gonna get it. Who's that? Smiley Wins? Smiley Wins, you checking out everybody on the stream?
Look at you, boy. You want to talk to the mic? You can just make wheezy sounds in the mickies? And get the wheels? The what? Can you smiles? Huh? Good smiles. Everybody saying hi, Casey. Casey, hi? Yeah. What do you mean?
Huh? It goes, super wide-eyed. She is the best baby. She's finally getting on a routine of sleeping at night now. So thank freaking God for that. A Kenner-style Godzilla line, that would be kind of cool.
Everybody saying hi in the chat with you. What do you think of Kong? You think Kong's cool? Look, I want to go back to Sweep. I'll sweep it. You like Kong? Kong doesn't make rustly sound. He doesn't squeak or make rustly sound. So, probably not quite up your alley, I would think. Yep.
Did you do? You know, she's like, there's lights. I'm looking around.
What? Man. You're such a goof.
I think we're gonna hop off. I gotta work on getting the resin printer. Also, she just burped. Trim Master would be sweet. Like, I still like wish Super 7 would just do kind of like what the NECA did with the Kendra Tribute figures, where they made just like new representations of those old figures. Super 7, I think, would be a cool one to do, like Trendmaster style one. So like Godzilla's, but in that same color scheme. Hiya could do it too. If they ever want to decide to make like Heisei Godzilla's, like give it a reason to buy it. Plus, do something a little more unique.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it good.
Oh yeah, 100% we need a Monster Godzilla.
We need one of those ages ago. This we do.
Okay. Help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got a Patreon, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Guys, like keep up to date with you know donate. Really would appreciate shoot 100%. Yeah. You're so interested in everything. Also, if you guys like to pick up some of these figures for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Can't get the con, but the Spy X family stuff and the Tyrannosaurus Dino Zord definitely available on there. And again, recommend all of them. Like this box has actually probably been, I think, one of the more impressive ones I've had in a bit. Because it's not like I love my Black Series, but none of them are really like super impressive. She does have that giant pose. They're just solid figures. But all these definitely were really impressed with them. Anyways, see you guys in the next stream.
Oh, yeah, what were you? Are you talking? Huh?